ma'am. You have been actually leading the CSR from front. Uh, Very proudly, I'd like to say that as Tata Consumer, we are working with 6 different CSR laboratories as we speak today. And we have done very groundbreaking work with each one of them. Some of the challenges with which I walked into CSR institutes and we said, can you do this for us? I have gone to many other premium institutes in India. Either they did not have infrastructure, or they could not come up with the solution which we wanted, or they could not come up with the pace at which we wanted to move. And every time I have walked into a CSR campus, whether it is CSIO in Chandigarh, CSMCRI, NIST is a recent example. IITR, we did 2 extensive studies on copper water. It's been an extremely thrilling experience. I think the depth of science, the academia collaboration, understanding what the institutes have been bringing to the table is a dream come true for an organization like us at Tata Consumer. So thank you, ma'am. You have been leading it from the front, and as an industry representative, I would like to say thanks for that. I think coming closer to Tata Consumer, for us, innovation is one of the core pillars of growth. If I take a moment, in 2020 we came as an organization in existence by putting together Tata Global Beverages and the food business of Tata Chemicals. It took us 3 years since that journey to have 100 new products being launched in Indian market. And it has taken me another 16 months to put another 100 new products in market. That is the pace at which we as an organization are looking at new product launches in India market. And when I come to any CSR laboratory, coming specifically to NIST, for us that academia industry collaboration is actually a bedrock of how we have been able to disruptive innovation. And that to me is what consumers are looking for. If I take a lead from the slides what Sir showed, India is burdened on predominantly 2 things. We have blood pressure issues, heart health is a major concern, and diabetes. We consume a lot of cereals, which is part of our social fabric, which is burdened with the fact that people think if I'm diabetic I should cut down sugar, but they don't realize that eating rice is also leading to the same factor. Salt. Our consumption of salt is very high because of the taste, and Sir said almost 10 to 11 gram average consumption. FSCCI has been advocating how do we cut down to 5. So very much central focus area for any food and beverage industry who's looking at health and wellness trends to say how do you cut them down. At Tata Consumer, we actually have 30% low sodium product. We are the only one in India who operate with that. But I have always a constant challenge how you go down below 30%. Yeah, it is very difficult to cut down the salt, but can I cut down the sodium content in the formulation? And there is enough science which says that the sodium to potassium ratio is very important for heart health. So when we reached out to NIST and we had a chat with Sir, I said, can I do sodium reduction without necessarily compensating with the potassium? Up to 30% consumer doesn't pick up the difference, but beyond 30% it starts turning bigger. So I may come up with a great product, but consumer will not buy it because they don't like it. So I think that second example about rice, Sir said, why are we interested? There's a huge upsurge in protein consumption in India. I think the consumer awareness is increasing, people have better affordability, and they believe that I should replace my carb with protein. People don't want necessarily gym powders because they believe that helps them, you're putting unnecessary pressure on kidneys. So what could be a holistic way? And I think the best way to have is to incorporate in your regular diet. So if you can actually have a rice which is low GI product and it is high protein, I think to me it's a win-win situation for a consumer. So I think if I therefore bring it back to the fact that as industry, what we bring to table in this whole journey of academy industry collaboration is the fact that we understand what consumers are doing right, what consumers are asking. So therefore our understanding of consumer trends is very high. What academia has got is immense science understanding. The fact that, Sir has got 100 crores of funding coming on the scientific investments, it is probably for any food and beverage industry, it doesn't happen. If you